And we're live at the Chill Zone, Mega Mike.
Yes, sir. We're back at it.
Back. We got Fluxy in the building. Fluxified.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Not too bad, man. Thanks for coming aboard here today.
Yeah, thanks,
No
bro.
problem at all, man. It was chill the last time we did this, so I thought, you know what? Let's run it back.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man. Yeah, exactly. And the dev blog dropped since the last time we spoke.
Yeah, there was so much information I'm like to go through. To be fair.
everything we all thought was going to be on it was on it, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just think, it was everything that we kind of knew already. I don't think there was much that we learned from that, unfortunately. I thought we were going to learn a bit more, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We're just waiting here now. Guys, how long? We've got how many sleeps? It feels like Christmas. Like, you know?
Yeah. That's right.
17.
I
actually work a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, and
Okay.
I just got it authorized off work, so I'm gonna be there day one.
Yes,
that Thursday and
sir.
Friday.
Oh, that's amazing. So you're going to be live streaming?
Yeah, man.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So are you live streaming right now? Like, consistently? Or are you going to start with the new gen?
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't want to do streaming as, like, any main thing at all. I just want it to go alongside my normal content. You know, if there's something amazing or, like, cool that's added to the game, it'd be nice to kind of stream, just show that to, like, the viewers, and then just leave it up on the channel, so if anyone wants to check it out,
Yeah.
it's always there until kind of the next main channel video as well.
Yeah, exactly. The amount of times I've went back and watched a content creator's live stream and just watched that full hour and 55 minutes and just watched him navigate around the map and how they come across loot and how they find bases and look for, you know, opportunities to get one up. And oh, dude, I love watching live streams back. So it's interesting to me because as well, I'm sure you're aware of like the watch hour thing within YouTube and getting your watch hours up if you're looking to monetize your channel. Is that something you're looking at, a goal of yours?
Yeah, definitely. I think at the moment I'm about halfway towards being able to monetize, so
Yes.
we're
Yeah.
not too far. We're not too far off.
Well,
That's
you know
awesome,
that
dude.
you can monetize at 500 subs, right?
Yeah, the subs, but you need the watch,
The watch
hours,
hours.
I think it is.
Yeah, I thought you were
Yeah.
meaning, sorry, half, because a lot. It used to be 1,000. It used to be 1,000. I know you just got that 400 there, brah.
Yes,
I
sir.
know.
Oh
Get out there, dude,
yeah,
man.
that
That's
400.
awesome, dude.
It is a little
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, I started in February now, so
Nice.
just over 3 months. So
Yes,
we're
sir.
doing something. We're making something happen. But
Yeah,
right,
bro.
dude. That's right.
very
Thanks,
good.
man.
Put out
Excited.
good content.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what it's about.
Here, I
No,
love
I
your
appreciate
logo,
it. Thank
man.
you.
That's
Thank
dope
you.
as well when you zoom in on
Yeah,
it, and it's
yeah,
like,
it's
yeah, it's
nice.
cool, man.
Yeah, we're moving. We're trying to do something, but I mean, I've always tried to progress my content as well. Like, I like to think that if you watch the first video I ever uploaded to what I do now, like, there's some form of well, it's better than it was, and hopefully we can always keep that going, you know, because that's the thing. I always want to improve. I always want to get better, and just, you know, give everyone the best kind of updates that they can get, really.
How did you
Yeah,
get
that's
started
right.
with Rust Console?
In general.
Yeah, how did you discover Rust Console? How did you come across it? How did it come into Flux's path in life?
So, I mean, we're talking the beta now. So I think I used to watch some like content creators. I can't even remember who it was back then. But then they announced the beta for console. I signed up for that, and I had to go in the beta.
Okay, amazing.
But I mean, dude, I did not know
Speaking of
what I
OG.
was doing. I built like a little. Well, I say a little. I built this big like castle made of stone, and I was wondering like, how are people getting in the base? Like, how are they getting over the walls?
Yeah,
I had no
really.
idea about like ladders or
Ladders.
build-ups or anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy, but
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
that just shows kind of how far we've come in terms of the game as well, because I think people are so much more aware of they've got so much more game sense than back then. I actually have a clip on my PlayStation of me leading like this poor naked into my trap base in the beta, and he just gets shotgunned, and it's crazy, man. But I don't think you get that anymore.
Bro, could you send me that clip and we'll overlay that as you say that? That would be awesome.
I will send you that clip. That's not a problem.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Where I started, like I remember I built like I'm sure it was like one square, but it was like tall, and I used like and like I had the set on the first floor. I had like wooden shutters and a window, and then somebody got in, and the guy I got raided by the guy, and then he came back and he told me, "Do you know how I got in? I got in through your wooden shutters," and I was like, what? And then I think that at that moment, that's when I realized.
That's so creepy.
Yeah, that's when I realized like, Rust is like quite personal. That when you're in your base, and then people start raiding you and stuff, and then or if people come in, when they start tapping your door and trying your code lock, you're like, I don't know if you know, maybe you don't experience that as a solo flux. You use much of the code locks, or are you just using those little solo locks?
I use the key locks because I feel like there's a thing on Rust where if you walk past a base and it's got a key lock, you think, he probably doesn't know what he's doing. He's just chilling.
One guy on his own and not much loot.
And then inside it's like a row of AKs, like 4C4.
Yeah, so that's a good tactic too, though. If you're gonna log off and everyone's logging on the next day, you just put a code lock on the front of your door, or just a key lock. Sorry, you know what I mean? So that way no one can try it, figure out who lives there. Yeah,
exactly. And it's made me get a lot better at building as well, being a solo, because you make your own bases. Your base doesn't need to fit any other players; it just has to fit yourself. So you can really mess around with whatever you need to make it kind of work for you. So if you don't like space, you can just focus on like having loads and loads of honeycomb, or a crazy bunker or something like that. So I do think the solo life is challenging, but it is so rewarding when it works.
Kilted makes some funky bases.
Thanks.
Makes some funky bases sometimes, man. Absolutely. I like them. Sometimes it's hard to work your way around. Like you made one like a couple wipes ago there, and it's like if you were raiding it, you wouldn't even know where to start to go for TC. It's just like so weird.
It's always the best ones, though, right?
Yeah,
always the best ones.
It is, man. It really is. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I take a lot of inspiration from Maverick base designs. I don't know if you've seen his base designs, Maverick. So check out him if anybody listening has heard of Maverick base designs. He's got some good bases there, and other stuff on YouTube, like just mixing what I think is going to be a good safe design, starting with those triangles and like a circle, and then building out from that, and building a bunker core. I suppose that's the way I like to start these days. But
100%. I mean, my first video was a base design video, actually.
There you go.
Pretty bad. So no one watch that if you watch it. But,
well, that was actually something I was going to ask you, if you were going to be doing more of that type of content, because man, there's going to be so many people joining Rust Console that are going to have no idea.
Yeah, we're going to be dipping into it, I think.
I think it's a good idea to do those types of videos. I've noticed as well, sometimes even shorts, where they do like a quick clip of a base getting built, but then there's a link to the full build, just ways of trying to cover sort of different topics
like
within
little tricks too, like how raise your shotgun trap up with like a blocker or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, things that people are not going to know when they're first starting out, right? That they need the basics,
That's true. I think there's going to be such a big influx of players with the new gen that have never played console Rust before. Maybe they've heard about, obviously, the PC version, because that's obviously super popular, but this new gen, I think it really has got out of the core console community, and I think it has reached a bit of a wider audience. So I mean, I don't think we'll get player numbers, but it'll be crazy to see how the servers are going to be. I mean, they're going to be full. They're going to have massive queues and everything. It's going to be insane.
Yeah. I wonder how many are going to be available. You know what I mean? That'd be really nice to know. Is it going to be able to handle it? Which way are they going? Are they going to go with a Nitrado? Are they splitting up between G-Portal and Nitrado? Is there going to be multiple server providers you can choose from? I wonder what's going to go on there. Because so far the Nitrado ones didn't, when you were on it, it didn't really go the smoothest, right? For you, Kilted, when you were playing it. I haven't personally jumped on one yet, but
Yeah.
But both of them he jumped on, it wasn't the smoothest gameplay for him, right? There's a couple of glitches where he died, and I think in odd spots, and
Yeah.
I've seen some like where the rock is like sticking out of the ground. You can go under the map and stuff. And it looks like a bit of a mess. I won't lie, but I'm sure they'll fit. I mean, it's just obviously in testing at the moment, isn't it? So when they roll it out
That's right.
Yeah, Nitrado done DayZ, right? Yeah, I think Nitrado runs some servers on DayZ. Because I've seen a lot of comments, people saying if anybody's ever played DayZ, they'll know that Nitrado aren't the greatest and stuff. And I'm like, okay. Unlike that Reddit there. Are you on the Reddit at all? Flux.
The Reddit, I haven't actually. You know what? I'm probably lacking here, but I've never touched the Reddit. No, it's the Discord I mainly kind of.
I'll tell you where you're lacking if you've not got a TikTok yet. Have you got a TikTok yet?
I'm working on it, man. I remember what you said the last time we spoke.
I got 50k on a video there.
Yeah, dude, I'll be asking you for a shout out. Come on.
Of course.
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely.
Second that you come on TikTok, I'll put a video out there dedicated to you arriving on TikTok.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
No, there is to be fair, the one thing, like backtracking a little bit to when you're talking about base designs, I think there is an interesting thing to talk about in terms of kind of console creating, because obviously we're talking about how there's YouTubers that do the Rust base designs, and how I originally started off by doing a base design, which again we're not talking about. But I think once new gen does release, there's a risk of there being a lot less communication from the developers on what will come in the future, because that's how it was before new gen. Obviously now it's all, everyone's talking and we're getting all this crazy communication, which is great, but once it comes out, there's no promise that it will stay that way. So for content creators like me, it's interesting to see if there'll be enough to keep up with, and if we will have to change up our content a little bit to stay relevant in the console space if there's not much news.
Do you think that's what the content creator program's all about then? That's why they're developing this, is so that they're going to take a step back and give all the information to the content creators so they can put it out rather than them, basically.
Well, potentially, because obviously Obi's video has got, it had over 200,000 views the last time I looked.
Over 300,000 now.
Wow. That is great. So that's the thing, so they know content creators can do that for them.
Can push
on,
that
on my
there.
side. On my side, I thought they'd announce the content creators in the dev blog, and I think Toxic said that as well.
Dude.
Like, we thought it would get announced.
See, if you released the video Flux, you'd probably get 300k as well. I think that video was just always going to do 300k or more for whoever released that video, and that's nothing away from Obi, because he done a brilliant job. I just mean that's
absolutely
amazing job, but that's just the power of that first video and the way it got dropped as well. The way he dropped that video without any teaser or letting us know in any way, it was beautiful. The way that it arrived, it was just perfect timing, and
He had the music and everything in the background. It's just so good. It was so good, and you're right. I think if anyone posted that, it would get a lot of views. But the thing is, we still don't know too much about the whole content creator program. When I actually signed up for it, it was saying that you'd get early access to dev vlogs, potentially early access to patch notes, get your own skin, and you get a Discord with the developers as well. But
fucking sick.
Yeah, but it mentioned the NDA. Again, it did mention something about an NDA, like if you'd be willing to sign it or if it was required, potentially.
I'll sign it.
Again, it's
Well, you got all you can do is read it, right? Check it out, right? That's all you can do is look into it, right? And why not? You know what I mean? I would love to be in a position to do that, to look one over, right? But you get the freshest stuff, like you say, so you're going to get a lot of viewage on your footage, on your videos, because a lot of people are just going to be waiting for you to drop something, like hearing the latest news. But you say, the communication is, like you say, is key in it, right? I forget exactly when it was, but it was quite a while ago. I remember we got an update, and it was kind of we got 2 updates, but it was kind of more like one update, but split into 2. You know what I mean? And then I thought the communication and everything was just all downhill from that point. So it'd be really interesting to see if it is going to change in that aspect, right? If they are going to be letting us know what's going on, what's coming to friggin' the board, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I really hope they do, because if you look at how many eyes are on the game and how much hype there is for the game, that's due to, like, their communication. Like, they must see the benefits of that. So there's no reason in my eyes why it can't continue, and I think they know it too, based off community reactions and how many more people have put in the Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just giving us little crumbs, like we were said before, like just like little bits of information, like a little video clip, you know what I mean, to get us at least like imagining what's to come. You know what I mean? Like it's good to have that. It just keeps you going and keeps you anticipating what's coming, right? And just waiting for it, right? But I'm really hoping they do though. Like I think they will too, because it's going to be something they're going to want to keep people on with a new game, because it probably wasn't a cheap thing to do on their end, right? So they're going to have to keep doing things to get their money back on it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And I mean, we all talked before about about them needing the money and having to do potentially skins and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing. We don't know too much yet. I would really like to see them put out a definitive list of everything we're going to get at launch, and some kind of post-launch, like, this is our plan for the next few months. Give us a roadmap as well. Like, come out swinging and give us a reason to be super excited about the future as well, beyond this update.
Yeah. Like an advent calendar up to Christmas or something.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
That'd be lovely.
And like Toxic mentioned there too, in the last podcast there, or the Rustcast there, he said that they might be showing us stuff we might not even get on release too, right? Which, like, I would hope they wouldn't show us, like, a scrap heli, not give it to us on release. Like,
I hope they'd give us everything they've showed us so far.
Everything they showed us, right? Because I think that'd be... Yeah, for sure.
I hope so.
Yeah, when Obi was flying around in the Scrappy, it did look crazy smooth, to be honest with you. It actually looked really good. I couldn't actually believe it.
Yeah.
To be quite honest with yourselves.
But that seemed with minimal stress on the server, though. That was the first thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. If you put 100 people on that server and say, 7 Scrappies at once at a, minimum, how is it going to be stress testing? So... I agree with you. I think that they shouldn't announce anything if it's not going to be there at launch. And potentially it could be on the public test branch, but I think there would be a bit of a community outburst if everyone got the next gen version thinking we were going to get something and then we didn't get it in that version.
That would be
and I don't think
horrendous.
I really don't think they would either, though, because they said, like, what do you say there, page release, like, we don't want people to anticipate things or say things might lead to confusion, right? So I hope they wouldn't be trying to confuse us like that themselves, right? So I'm hoping, because I the day one I want to be flying around, like I'm gonna jump around in one of those helicopters, man, and fly it around, hopefully not crash it.
And then there's everybody's going to be building heli bases, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Imagine the heli bases are going to be getting built. That's going to stress a server at the same time.
You're going to see like so many people trying to steal helis as well. People's roofs.
Yeah.
Like it takes like time you fire it up, isn't it? Like it's probably at least like 15 seconds before it actually will fly, though, right? You got to fire it up, right, and get it spinning before it even takes off. It's not something that just takes off instantly, right? So you're gonna see like a lot of people trying to and a lot of failed attempts, but everyone's gonna be trying, right?
You see a lot of crashes.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of crashes, man, for sure. Yeah.
Can you imagine though? I mean, what was it, Coyote? Was it you said that? And Scrappy can fit, was it 21 people?
21 people in the back and 2 in the front. 21 in the back, 2 in the front,
Dude, I'm going to be that naked, running, like, large oil rig, and see a Scrappy with 21 people coming towards me.
Yeah, that's going to be funny, man. It's going to be interesting.
It won't be funny. No, it won't.
It's going to be interesting to see how long it's going to take, too, for, like, the bigger maps and higher pops to come there, too. Like, I wonder if it's something that's going to come together, or are they going to, like, increase map size and then possibly pop size after? Because I'm just wondering how that will go.
Yeah. I wonder if I do by priority as well. Like, if there's a lot of people coming into the new gen version. I imagine they'll prioritize the larger pops, the bigger maps, to kind of get rid of the queues a little bit, because I feel like there'll be crazy queues. Like if you're joining the server that's like everyone has like a 60-player queue or something, they're probably going to prioritize it more. Because obviously they'll work off priorities, right?
Absolutely.
So it will be interesting to see, but then again, that flows into that post-launch roadmap, which I assume we will get prior to the next-gen launch, because that's normally how these things work. They give people a reason to like, get excited at launch, and they give people a reason to stick with it into the future.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what it's like at the start of a server, like in a server at the start of a wipe, right? Can you imagine what it's like now? Because nearly everybody I've spoke to is saying, I'm taking a week off work, I'm taking a day off work, I'm taking, can you imagine everybody that's taking it off work to log on to Rust console? Jeez, it's going to be busy.
I think there's going to be some big server issues on launch. There's going to be crazy like Rustworks problems. It's probably not going to go live for maybe 2-3 hours.
I hope not. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's hopefully not, but it's it's something to be expected, I find too, and like I said before, I think that's going to be part of like the early access too, right?
Yeah.
Because we're going to be able to like kind of like debunk
bugs.
probably. Hopefully they're going to work out a lot of bugs before the actual like the full release for everyone. To purchase it, like hopefully it's all worked out. Hopefully it's like only like a week or two thing is what I'm hoping to say. You know what I mean? That they got the majority of the problems like sorted out by then. I imagine they probably got a crew of people anticipating it and that'll be on it, trying to fix things, right? Because they don't want to. Yeah, like they're not going to release a game and then like have you like, okay, we're going to wait 48 hours for this fix. You know what I mean? I imagine they're going to have someone on it right away, and I imagine they'll be back up and running quick.
Yeah, I think that's why they're doing it so early as well, because normally for me, wipe is about 6-7 p.m, but it goes live at 10 a.m. on the Thursday, the 19th. So it is earlier, so I think they're giving that time to, preempt a little bit of server struggles, potentially.
Yeah.
Because with everyone flowing in, I mean, everyone's going to be joining at that time. So I think there will be a little bit of... it will put a lot of stress on the servers to start with, so there'll probably be a few kinks to work out. I do agree, I think they are probably expecting it on that developer side, but it will be interesting to see, to be honest with you. It'll be really interesting to see how smoothly it all goes, and if they can get it working, we may see a future where, like, wipes are so much smoother than than they are currently, because normally it wipes and it's like at least half an hour to an hour before everything kind of calms down, you can join smoothly.
There's just small things like Mike you've mentioned before, just like when a server's been wiped, like it needs to be fully wiped, not just like reset. We hope they introduce like just those small little details like that, because you can join on a server that's only 43 minutes old or an hour old, and it's just like got massive bases on it. It's just like little details like that. I hope they've taken into consideration.
Yeah, because you waste a lot of time loading the servers and stuff, and then figuring out it's 3 weeks old, right? When you thought it was only a few hours. Like they need to change that from when it's wiped, not when it's restarted.
Yeah, no, that's actually so true, and I think there will be a lot of quality of life fixes like that. I mean, if you looked at the menu when Obi was playing, it was different. I mean, that's a different menu to what we have now. It's not nothing crazy. You can still see, but it's kind of console Rust. But like the background images are completely done. I think the start button, the start like icons were a little bit different. So potentially they've done a little bit of a rework on the menus. Nothing, that is me speculating to be 100% confirmed, but there is new stuff in that menu, so we can see how far that goes, how much smoother everything is, if there is that kind of quality of life. Because I agree, it would be nice to know how old a server is before you join it, so you know what you're getting into, and you can pick the best one for yourself to start your wipe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, the content's gonna be crazy. What's your next video?
Really cool.
You got any ideas for a video coming up? What are you thinking about there?
Oh, early days right now. Early days. But there was some stuff they posted today. They did a time lapse of, is it Power Plant?
Power Plant, yeah.
Dude, I'm waiting for it. Like, I would love for them to tease more stuff in these little time lapses or something. Like, give me something.
Just fly around the map like Superman. Show us everything.
Just give us like a fraction of a second where like you can see a mini in the background, you know, something. Give us something.
Yes, man, absolutely.
Flash us
Was
a
it
mini.
Toxic that said like the wheel, like show us the wheel of a mini, or
just the wheel. You know, like geez, the tail fin or something, man. Anything on it. You know what I mean? Like, it would be really cool, man. Like minis are just seems like they're more convenient. You can push them in through a G door. You know, it's like you can tuck them actually away in your base, right?
Yeah.
It's a little harder to conceal a scrap heli.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit.
It's a little bit harder to, right?
I do think that there'll be one final swing, if you want me to be honest, from the devs. I think that if there wasn't minis on release or coming very soon after, they would have said something, because otherwise people are just going to get too hyped and it's going to cause speculation, and the developers are saying they don't want speculation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But we also know that Obi didn't show that menu where you can buy the minis. He skipped over it to when he bought it. So that tells me either they're hiding something or it's still a work in progress, which at least tells us that they're working on it.
Part of the NDA, probably.
That's what I was going to say. That's part of the NDA right there, right? You know.
I mean, he didn't want Obi to show it. They didn't want Obi to show it, so
fair enough.
Are they saving it for a last minute release, a last minute swing out of the darkness?
Yeah, last few gifts on release there for us to be happy about.
Yeah, the stuff that guy knows that he probably can't talk about. You know what I mean? Like, it's just you know, it's probably wild, man. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I would love to get him on here, Mike, for a chat.
Yeah, that'd be really cool for sure. Absolutely, we'd love to have him on here.
Yeah, but I know that obviously.
He sounds like a really great guy, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He sounds like he really loves the game.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
What got you into content creation, Flux? Like, what actually got you into content? Because you said you played the game since the beta, dude. So that's a long time playing it. To then suddenly 3 months ago, was it? You started doing the content?
Yeah. That's the one. So I played Rust. Yeah, since beta now. I've got about 3,700 hours in it, which isn't crazy, but it's still quite a fair amount. Yeah. And I just got to a stage where I was like, dude, I know this game like the back of my hand. Like I know it like inside and out. Like maybe I should do something with that knowledge. You know, maybe I should turn the time when I'm just slaving away playing Rust into something informative.
Yeah.
You know, but I genuinely like this community. I think that we're all super passionate about the game. We all want the best for the game as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm happy just to make content for everyone. You know, inform everyone about the future and what's coming, really, because there's a lot to be excited about. And before, it was just me telling my friends in a party chat, like, "Oh, dude, this is coming. They've announced this," and they had no idea. So I was like, "Well, let's take that and let's do it on a bigger scale.
Well, there you go.
The whole of YouTube." About, you know, everything that's coming, because I mean there's a lot to be excited for about this game. And, you know, after so many hours, I genuinely am super passionate about it and wanting it to succeed, you know.
Yeah, man. I'm really stoked for it, man. Just for the graphics alone, man. And like you say, it's just who knows what else we're gonna find out here in the next coming couple of weeks, right? That's gonna be dropped in this game, right? It's gonna be really interesting to see. Like they've got to have left something out to drop one more banger of what's going on in the game, right?
One more gem there.
One more gem there, man. There's got to be one more, diamond in the rough right there. They're gonna release the release on us, right? Like it could be the roadmap. Who knows what it could be. Like it'd be amazing to see, man. Like a junkyard. Imagine if you see like a little clip of junkyard or something.
Yeah. Well, we know junkyard was in the works as well, because when I started my community server back when it first released, because I had a community server, as I was telling you last time, as soon as they released community servers, I had one, and one of the options on G-Portal for the monuments was junkyard, and I mean, I couldn't get it to spawn, but the fact that it was there means that it's in the game files, so so it's really interesting. I mean, obviously, we can't get explanations off the devs for all of this. They have to be secretive about a lot of things that they're working on. And there's a lot of marketing that goes into choosing when the best time is to say something to the community, goes for a lot of filters. But I mean, I can't imagine that they'd want to release next gen without some form of monument, right? Because if you think about what we know so far about next gen, what do we actually know that we're getting, right? It is the graphics, potentially the scrappiest. We've got the new FOV, but in terms of content, like in terms of new content, what are we actually getting that is new? You know?
Yeah.
That's my thinking. So
yeah,
I mean, it would be nice to have something like that on launch, or at least coming pretty soon after. We know they've been working on Scrapyard for a bit, so could be the right time. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
What monument would you guys most like to see on launch?
Junkyard.
If you could pick anything.
Junkyard.
Junkyard?
Yeah.
I like to see Junkyard, because then I know we'll be getting like road vehicles, and I
Getting
love
road
to get a
vehicles.
vehicle, man. Like
Yeah.
the camper van, like I don't know. Ever since I seen a video, it was PC, man. Like that I watched before, Rust PC, but they had the camper van. They're out farming in it, and I was like, man, like that's a sick thing to be out farming it. You know what I mean? You can just run the roads, run around up hills, respawn. You can put a couple kits in there. You know what I mean? And there's 4 bags in there, I believe. There's 4 bags in the back of that camper van that you can have for respawns, right? So, you know, even just for raiding alone. But like, it's just like we were saying before, like having helis and like ground vehicles and stuff like that. Like, especially if you got like a lot of people you play with. Like sometimes we play with like 8 people. And like, you know what I mean? Can you imagine having like a couple of guys in a helicopter, like in the sky, like giving you like kind of like an air view, and then a couple of guys on the hill with L9s. Do you know what I mean? You can really coordinate your raids. You know what I'm saying? Your onlines, right? Like it's really
like
crazy.
the feds.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I'm just thinking of it as like a solo's perspective, man. I'm just thinking about all the heights I can pull, like seeing the scrappy and getting it away, and like cackling to myself as I drive into the sunset away from their base.
Yeah.
You just crash it into their base out of spite.
As a solo, you'd really like to have the mini though, right? As a solo.
Yeah.
That'd be the whip of choice, right? For sure.
The mini would be the dream, and I would put the time into figuring out how to do all those like air tricks that you can do with minis. Like you fly upside down and everything like that. I would put the time in.
Yeah.
Another 1,000 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild, man. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty crazy what you can do with them. Like some of those pilots, man, like you can see, like on PC, it's wild. The maneuvers they can make, man.
Legit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Fluxified the mini driver.
Air taxi.
The mini pilot.
That's new content, guys. If the news drops that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I imagine we'll be probably doing a little live streaming ourselves. I imagine for sure.
The PvE servers are going to go crazy with the helicopter flights.
Oh yeah!
Can you imagine?
Everyone's going to have a heli landing pad in their base for sure if we get on the roof.
No, it's going to be great. And I mean, if you guys are live streaming on launch time, maybe we can do a trio or something. You know, do a joint live stream.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Yeah, bro, that'd be awesome, dude, for sure.
Yeah, man, we can jump on something. I mean, it's gonna be so busy anyway. I might need the backup, guys. Come on, you guys have to help me out here.
Yeah,
hell
for
yeah.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. Let's try that. Let's do that, man. Let's do it. That's gonna be fun. Can't wait, man. I can't believe we're in June already, guys. God damn.
Yeah. I can't wait to be just seeing like the building animations and stuff too, like throwing the base stuff, like all just like the little things they did, man. Like the sun,
it's a hybrid, huh?
The water. I want them to show somebody in the water.
Good.
I know.
Like I wonder if like instead of seeing a shadow, you're gonna see like the actual player in the water now, because the water has so much depth to it. You know what I mean? You can really
like a proper
see
reflection.
Deep in it. Yeah, like I wonder if you can see someone easier down there, like doing some scuba diving or something. Like if you're like on like oil rig or something, or you can actually see someone swimming up like better. And like I wonder.
It's so much more clearer. Surely, I mean, I would assume so. Yeah.
With the introduction of weather, I wonder if the water's going to act like, like there's going to be crazier tides or like calmer sea. Or,
the further you go out, it's like crazy
choppier.
when you go far out in PC from the PC version, man. Like when they go far out there, it's right choppy.
Is it? Yeah.
It is. I actually think it's really cool as well. Honestly, I've seen people like on the boats at oil rig, and they can't shoot the bots properly because they're bouncing up and down, from the boat, trying to snipe them. So, yeah, I mean, dude, it's gonna be so crazy good. Honestly,
like that's even gonna add it's just gonna make it, like you say, for PvE. It's gonna make it better for farmers, because most times you can't run your farm off of like what you can get off those rain catching barrels, right? So, but like it'll actually catch to how much it rains, right? So when it's actually raining, you're gonna get more water and stuff, right? So you're probably gonna see some like desert farms and stuff going up, and it'd be pretty cool, man.
Oh, that's
You know
gonna
what I
be
mean? Like,
awesome. Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be cool, man. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty
The
neat.
only-
Man. I'm definitely gonna look at some PvE servers after a couple months. I'm gonna probably go run around and Slick Daddies or something and see what it's like on there.
Hell yeah, shout out Slick Daddies.
No, it's gonna be so good. I mean, the only thing I've voiced this before, but the only thing I'm slightly worried about is the camo skins, man. Honestly, like in the store at the moment, there's an Arctic metal set.
That's
I don't know
right.
if you guys have seen
Yep.
that.
I have
Yep.
that, yeah.
Yeah, but like I can't help but think, do they know what they're doing? You know, is there a reason they're putting the camo skins out? They know it will sell more with the introduction of new gen. So I hope it doesn't get, you know, to the stage it is on PC where you can't see people from, you know, certain distances. But again, you know, what we're gonna have to see, with any kind of better graphics, you're always gonna have that issue, because we know we're getting a lot of higher res skins as well. Every skin is getting a res increase, so it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna look really good if you think about like all the old skins that I'm sure you guys have as well, in your little skin backlog in the locker.
Yeah.
And I was wondering that too, but like what's gonna render in at what distance and stuff too. We actually talked about that with because like most times like tugs they don't render into you're like 2 grids away.
2 grids.
You're 2 grids away. Yeah, 2 grids away from a tug, you can't see it. Right? So like I'm just wondering if things are gonna render in like further. Like, are we gonna get like higher powered scopes for our guns potentially? Like PC has because we were on quite a few servers, and like once there's a certain distance they're away from you, like all you can see is like we could see the people in one of our shorts, man. Like I was shooting invisible people, all you could see was their chest plate floating. You know what I mean? You couldn't see the person themselves, but I still managed to dome a few of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was weird. Remember that, Kilted? That was funny. We were on this crazy aim training server, man. It was like full
PvP server, yeah. They
PvP
just give you
server. It was wild, dude. Yeah.
everything, unlimited access to everything that you want, and people were just like chucking up the craziest high qual bases and defending them, and other people were just rocketing. Like it was just mayhem, just like full popping mayhem, and it was just like we were sniping people from such a distance that, as Mike was saying, they had the chest plate on. But that's all you could see was just a chest plate kind of floating around, and then like the face mask would maybe render in a little bit, and then you'd shoot at them. But people were commenting like, "Oh, that's a bot. That they're all bots," but it wasn't. It was definitely like a PvP server with a lot of people on it.
Yeah, there's no bots in our videos.
No, there was no bots for sure.
I do wonder. I mean, surely it's got to be increased, because you could be flying minis, right? You're gonna want to know if someone's below you before you land, right? So surely they'll have increased that render. And I mean, another thing I'm really curious about is the difference between the different graphics modes as well, because they can't make things render at a short distance on the different graphic modes, because then it will just be like there'll just be one mode to play.
Yeah.
You can't be at a disadvantage by any means.
That's a good point. Yes.
So I do wonder what it will be like, and what the difference will be, and how steeply the drops will be as well. Because for them to be a performance mode, but the performance mode, as far as we're aware, still runs at 60.
Yeah.
So if the performance mode is made so that we get a constant 60, and there was a need to have a performance mode, it makes me worried about the other modes. If you catch what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, like, it's funny. I want, because it looked really good though. Like, you know what I mean? But he said it was still running at 60 though. Nobody's video, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he say something like that? Yeah. So, I don't know. It looked really good though. Like, you know what I mean? But we'll have to wait and see. I'll have to wait and see, man.
I mean, it looks good in all modes, which is obviously what you want to go for.
Yeah,
if
for sure.
The quality mode has better resolution, then again that could help seeing people from afar. You know, they're going to be higher res. You can see it more, so you might notice someone a lot more if they're higher resolution or whatever. But then performance mode, the last thing you want to do is get in a gunfight and be losing 50 frames because you're in quality mode. So
exactly. Yeah, I know what you mean there. Like, that's why I was just gonna wait. I'm definitely gonna put it in like the quality like from the get-go, because I just want to see the top quality picture and image and stuff. And probably after that, then I'll probably kick it back to like performance or something, right? But I definitely, for the first visual on it, I think I just want to load right in with it being on quality. I think, you know what I mean? So I get that huge awe with it, right?
It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, that's just it. Just looking at the sky and everything, man, it was just like breathtaking, man, for the game. You know what I mean? Compared to what we have now, and like what we're gonna go to is just like, it's unreal.
It's not going to be as good as Rust 2 on the PS6, imagine. Everybody's talking about that now. Did you hear about Rust 2 on the PS6?
Yeah, that's
People,
right.
That's how fast social media moves. I try and just stay in the moment, and talk about things as long as we can. What's happening? What was that?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Yeah, that's funny, man. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Sorry, I just got taken off course there with that outburst, guys. I apologise. I'll tell you, I'll cut that out.
Yeah. No, but it's definitely going to be interesting. This is definitely, Rust 2 would be crazy.
Imagine space mode. You get to go to Mars and fucking or moon rocks and shit. Fucking
man,
sorry.
They have that PC. They have that PC, man. Yeah, man. They have like a Mars server in PC. I seen.
No.
I saw Spoon Kid play that.
Yeah, I seen Throat do a video there too, man. I'm pretty sure too. On there, man. And basically, it's like you're in this like big bio, and they have like biodomes that you can go to harvest trees and stuff that have like plant life in them.
I thought I'd watched a lot of Rust PC content. I've never seen any of this.
Yeah. They have crazy custom servers, man. Like they got like some people have like just pure tug servers on PC, and they have like those spotlights that we have mounted on the back of them, but they make it so they fire rockets. They mod them so they can fire rockets, man. You can just run around the tug and have tug wars firing rockets at one another. For these spotlights, it's crazy. The mods they have are wild. Yeah.
Something that's never used really is a submarine, eh? People don't use them much. The old subs. Do you use a sub Flux?
Dude, I've got a confession to make.
It was you that blew our tug up on the other server the other day there. I knew it.
No. So I didn't use subs until a little bit after the Underwater Labs monument was added. But then, like, as a solo, you guys are gonna hate me. So I learned the strat was that if it was really high pop, to get in a sub, go to oil rig, wait till they'd done the oil rig and got in the boat, and then fire 50 torpedoes at that boat.
Oh my god. I never thought about that. That's a good one. That's a gem. He just dropped some gems there.
I've got a clip of that as well. If you want the clip of
that, we'd love that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please.
That'd be awesome, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. We've had some fun, man, in some of those subs there too, man. Like taking up tugs with them and stuff. Like it's so much fun, man. Like, especially if you just like you're on like a 3x server where you can get your scrap game up fast. You know what I mean? Like just buy like 30 or 40 like torpedoes, man, and get yourself a sub. You can go around and have a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, I've got a couple of sub shots.
Poach cargo, whatever you want to poach in it.
The cargo,
right? Yeah, you know what I mean. You just follow cargo and just wait for you to see them to drop the rib.
Wait for them to drop the rib there.
People do 90% of the time.
That's a really good idea, actually.
Drop the rib.
I did.
What's that?
Oh, dude, I had a devilish plan. Right? So, I quickly realized that you can't see inside the submarines, right? Yeah. So from the outside you can't see inside. So
unless you have a two-man.
I remember there was on the two-man. Yeah. So what I do is I park it on the on the beach, sit in the back seat.
Oh, you sit in the back seat, dude.
Yeah. Dude, there was one where like an AK guy got in the front. I shotgunned him, took the AK like still in the sub, and then just reversed it and left. It was great.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Just for that as well.
Yeah, that's
Yes sir.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The thing is about Rust is that there's so many ways to do like one thing. Like they add submarines to do the water stuff, right? And to go to labs and oil rig and so forth. But there's so many different ways you can also play using these things. Like what I just said, like the trap submarine, or going on oil rig with torpedoes and that. And I mean, they may not be the best for raiding bases. I'll be honest, I've tried that. It took a while, and I think I destroyed one stone wall and then gave up. But they're fun. They are fun, and I really hope we get the something that I don't even see talked about on PC much. I don't know if you're aware of it. Is the DPV, the propulsion vehicle on PC? Yeah. Have you seen that? Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. No.
It's like a handheld, like they have, like scuba divers have. You can hold on to it, and like
really?
it pulls you through the water, so you can move way faster. Just like scuba divers have in real life, they have like kind of like that little fan thing they hold on to. Like, is that what you're talking about, Flux?
Yeah, they've got that on PC, and like no one uses it. So I don't know if it's just really, really bad, or if it's loud or something. But I'd love to see that on console, man. I love going into the water, farming.
I was gonna say there with the submarines too, man. I think I watched a video clip where someone rammed the submarine up on a ramp in the water. And then they used the torpedoes on a door. That was in a water base.
But
that is a pretty strategy.
What's the damage on the torpedoes, though?
It's the cheapest thing. I think it's the cheapest boom for the most damage you can have in the game.
Yeah,
I think, is what it works out to be.
Crazy cheap. You can make like 70 at once.
Yeah.
Is
it not? I thought that they were the same. I thought they were the same damage as a high velocity rocket. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
But those submarines, huh?
Yeah, the submarines, dude. Yeah.
I know, the game's got so many things, like I remember just the first time I ever loaded in, like, do you guys remember that, the first time you ever loaded in, and like what you done, how you ran? I got killed with a guy with a rock, like in the first minute or two. I went over to
you were rock fighting on the beach.
No, I went over to a vehicle, and I got hit the barrel, and I knew you had to hit barrels and stuff. I'd watched some videos, and then I like crouched and got into the vehicle, and I just turned around, and there was a guy with a rock there, just like boom, 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 and he just killed me. I was just like, oh my god, this game.
Yeah, I think the first time I died was to a rock too, I think. I'm pretty sure. I think I was like farming a tree, and then somebody came up beside me and started hitting the same tree with the rock, and then they started hitting me and they killed me, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what went down. Yeah,
because I'm just thinking, like, do you remember the first time you loaded in Fluxia? You don't remember it? Oh, that was a long time ago.
I remember.
I
remember. I actually had a fun thing happen to my first death, but when I first loaded in, I think I was just trying to scout for like a base location. Like I'd played a bit of like Ark before that, so I had a very, very, very rough idea, of how to play alongside obviously the PC videos I used to watch. So I was just trying to find a base location, to be honest with you, and I ended up on this crazy hill, and I didn't know what I was doing, and everyone was so different back then as well. I remember my neighbor, like random guy, never met him before, had like a 5-minute conversation, and he was like, oh, here, take this, and he just gave me an AK, and I have no idea how he got that, but like looking back, that's such a crazy thing to think about someone doing nowadays. And, I mean, he wasn't getting off for the wipe as well. He stayed and he played for like a week or so after that. It was just a random like, oh dude, you're enjoying this game, here, take this, and I was like, whoa, I don't know what to do with this gun, but I'll take it, it's better than the Revo I just bought from Outpost, because I didn't know I could craft them.
Yeah, so it almost mirrors the good old days of the real world, like, but I remember back in the good old days when you could give someone an AK, your neighbour would give you an AK. Man. You could just leave your base unlocked, no key locks. Yeah, that thing I sent you earlier, Mike. Remember that thing? I'll try and put it on the screen. It was like this guy's built like a real life looking chest with a code lock and a TC cupboard for his real cupboard. shotgun trap. It just all looks
Yeah,
so
I've seen
crazy.
that. I've seen
Oh,
that.
it's
Yeah, it's
insane.
really
Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. Really
I've seen
cool.
so many.
Lone design? It's something like
Can't
that.
remember.
I swear
Yeah,
it's
I'd
something
have
like
to.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he does some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly.
There's some crazy stuff on Etsy as well. Like, there are many good gifts on Etsy there.
Yeah, I seen these cool Rust signs too. They're metal, right? So basically, you can you basically and the company that does them makes a ton of other different signs of like everything pretty much. And basically, you just mount a magnet to your wall, and then whenever you want to change it out, you just throw another metal sign up on it. Like it's like pretty cool. Like and there's one of metal sign of like satellite. It's like a picture of like satellite dish.
Nice.
I've seen that.
It's cool,
displays.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and it's like whatever you're into, man. They make them like Star Wars and everything, man. Like whatever you're into, they make these metal signs. But it's pretty cool. They have some dope friggin' Rust ones.
I like the little auto turret there. That was cool for the desk.
Yeah.
The little and it
Apparently-
moved.
Yeah.
It moved.
Is there like a laser in that too? There's like
Yeah.
a laser
Yeah.
beam on it too. That's friggin'. I wonder if you can switch it
you-
from green to red if it's Peacekeeper or.
I feel
That'd be
like
cool.
you guys are thinking too nice of it. I'm thinking on the evil side. Like, imagine inviting your mate round that has like 5,000 hours in Rust, and he comes into your room, and then like you've stuck a shotgun trap on the roof. So he opens the door to your room. He sees a
That'd be
shotgun
funny.
trap, and he just has all the trauma.
Yes, oh god! That's funny.
I
man.
wonder,
Yeah,
I wonder if there's going to
flashback.
be a progression in the next few years into VR, and then we'll all be living in the real VR Rust world. I know there is some kind of Rust VR out there already, right?
Yeah, I've never even used one before, a VR set in any game.
Have you used VR at all, Flux?
I have played about with it. I had the Meta Quest, I think it was called, a while back. But to be fair, it is good. It is good. I don't think VR's quite where it needs to be to go mainstream, but
Yeah.
it is fun, man. I just messed about with some like combat stuff on there. Having a sword and just trying to survive.
Yeah. I find it funny those videos, man. That you see where people put like a 2x4 or a piece of wood in the floor. It's like those balance ones where like it's like Park Wars or something, and they're like climbing like in the headset, like they're like climbing a building and balancing along an I-beam, and they put a board on the ground so it actually feels like you're balancing on something, and then like people will like fall over and go face first to the TV and everything playing it, like thinking they're actually falling like in IRL. Like it's funny, man. Like yeah, it's funny.
Yeah,
man.
sorry, I just got an image of me playing Rust VR there, but I don't think I just checked, and there's only a sort of imitation called Strayed, which is very similar with the mechanics and gameplay. But yeah, there's not an official Rust VR, but if there was, I think I would be interested in that. Just for
One
the
day,
future.
I'm sure they'll,
Just
if
for
it
the
becomes
future.
more mainstream. Yeah. I mean, Rust on PC has so much mainstream appeal, right?
Yeah.
I always check the Steam charts website every so often, and it's always like top 5, like top 7 most played game. Currently, if I was to check now, it'd probably have like over 100,000 concurrent players. So it's so popular. There's so much appeal for it, and the thing that they do on PC as well is they update it so often. Like you get a crazy update every single month, and it just changes up like the meta of everything. Currently, they added, or one of the things they've done currently is a quality of life change. So they've added in tier 2 explosives. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but you can now raid at tier 2 level as well.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, you guys know about the medieval update with the catapults?
Yeah, we've seen that, man, for
yeah.
the PC. Like, it's like, PC, man, is just so far out there of what they can do, man. Like, it's wild, and I hope we keep getting like little bits of what they have, like, or things that are in comparison. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be really awesome to see.
It is the comparison.
Sure.
It's funny that we always have to, I suppose, use that as our comparison, right? And as to what we hope we may get. But
The baseline, for sure.
the jungle biome is something I hope we get. That would be.
Oof. Oh, God,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully with less aggressive animals.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Crocs and everything, yeah.
Yeah,
that's wild.
man. I mean, that's the thing, that there's so much they can do, and I think that's why everyone's held on to the game, because if you look at it at face value, right, we haven't had a content update, like a content update, not quality of life, since was it labs or drones last year, which was like mid to late-ish last year. So we're in the 6th month of this year. You know, it's been 8-9 months since we had content, but everyone's hanging on because they know what this game can be by looking at the PC version, you know?
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm thinking, Flux, could you give to a new player, right, who's starting out on Rust console, brand new in the new gen, what's a piece of information or a strategy or something you would give them as a solo, how to navigate? What would be a piece of advice you could give them?
I would say, absolutely don't trust anyone you see. Yeah, just learn the ropes. I mean, the game, obviously, there's no tutorial or anything. It more or less just throws you right in. You know, one of the things I do every wipe, you know, I'll spawn in, new wipe, get cloth. I won't craft armor, I won't craft a bow, I'll just get bags. I'll try and get them closer to where I want to build. So when I die, because you will die, you'll have your respawn.
Absolutely.
And then you can kind of go from there. And it's so much better than, you know, farming a tree, getting 50 cloth, making a bow, farming stone, getting a hatchet, and then dying and losing it all. And then you're back on the beach.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
I like to progress with bags to my kind of build area that I've designated, and then kind of work up that stuff, you know. Hit a tree, get some wood, wooden door, key lock, square foundation, boom. I've got a base, you know? That's like 1-2 trees, maximum.
Did you ever play hardcore mode? When it was
You know, I haven't played it. I know of it, and I know it's crazy. There's no map, is there? Or is there a map?
No map.
No map,
Only 5 bags.
Team UI. Yeah. Hey, that's the thing. Rust is a hardcore game, but I've never wanted to make it more punishing. I won't lie to you. The softcore mode is interesting though, and I like what they've done on PC recently. They added you can repair stuff, I think, once it's been destroyed. They've done like a real good soft mode refresh. So if you get raided and your workbench gets destroyed or something, you can repair it with a hammer.
Yeah.
After it's been destroyed, there'll be like the crumbled workbench kind of asset on the floor, and you can repair that. It's good, man. It's good that they're like catering to different types of players, you know, with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, 17 more sleeps and we will find out. Flux, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure sitting and chatting with you.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll do it again before, but definitely, as you said, if you'd like to trio, that would be amazing to do that with you. That'd be cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. No, it sounds good. I mean, let's do it, man. Let's just go ahead. Let's do it. Let's own this new gen.
Yeah.
That's right, bro. Absolutely.
Okay, well, thanks again for popping on. Really appreciate you, bro.
Not a problem at all. Take care, man. Thanks for having me.
You too. All the best.